Hello everyone, this is Val and I'd like to show you another of the journals I've recently completed. It measures 9 inches by 6 inches, which is approximately 230 millimetres by 155 millimetres. It has 3 signatures and about 60 double-sided pages plus, a little bit extra bits and pieces of sundry papers as well. It's decorated with lots of lace on the edges, and there's a few charms hanging off there as well, and got the lovely daggy bits up the top that I adore. I've used a theme of vintage ladies and vintage advertising, and because of that I've kept the pages very much the the vintage look, all in the creams and coffee stained look, with just a few touches of pink. Use the edge punch that I've just got, which is really beautiful. I love that. Nice little lace pocket there, and a little extra journaling paper there on avocado stained paper with some lace to trim the top. Just an envelope there on the edge. Side slide here at the side with just some more journaling paper there on that. There's a lot of vintage sewing kind of things as well, because really in those days they couldn't just go and buy clothes like we did, so much of what they had to do, if you wanted a nice dress you had to have it made or make it yourself if you were really clever. No, that's just decoration. And here a little belly band with the ephemera tucked behind that. And here I've just attached some vintage invoices to a clip. I just think that just looks quite good, with just a little clip to hold that in. A little tuck there, and a glassine bag there with a pretty tag in the back of that as well. This was meant to be sewn in, but somehow after I'd finished sewing in the signatures, found it was still floating around to the side, so I've just attached that to the edge with a paper clip. Little tuck spot made of book paper with a little tiny envelope up underneath there. There's a variety of papers in this one. I've used fairly heavy coffee stained as well, some pretty pink pages and print as well. Another altered paper clip there that I made using a stamp I created with washi tape and my scissors, the little zigzaggy ones. And this is a vintage book about typewriting exercises, so I thought that was a bit vintagey. I didn't really stick to an era when I was looking at the vintage. There's a bit of a mix. It could be anything from the 1940s or 50s right back further. So I've just mixed the era that I'm working on, but it is all vintage and different ladies and different advertising and invoices and so forth. I think Colleen Cadman sent me this gorgeous envelope, and I've decided that it was just perfect, and I've just put some coffee stained paper in there for more journaling space. Thanks for that, Colleen. It's just beautiful. And it just goes there in that side tuck, which is double-sided. I just make those by wrapping cardstock around the edge of the page to create the tuck spot on both sides. double pockets there on that page.
This is the third signature now, with a lace pocket with some ephemera in there, some of which I've just created out of cardstock and stamps. Here I've put some more of the vintage invoices, and these ones I'm just holding back with a gold paper clip, or bulldog clip I think you call them, something like that. Alligator? No, don't know. A clip. Here we have a tuck spot behind a little flip down that gives us some more journaling paper, and also there's a tiny little tuck spot there at the bottom, and that just clips in behind that stamp, which it's not as easy as some. It's a little bit heavy, the cardstock I used for the envelope, but it does work still. Not exactly a defect, but something that didn't work out as well as I planned. Little tag here, and see I've just put a little, it's like a spool of cotton charm on that one, which considering that the pocket is about dressmaking, the adjustable form just seemed appropriate for that pocket. Vintage lady behind there, and this is just one of the little flip up, flip downs I made, which have got some writing paper up the top and a tag at the bottom, and that just closes by wrapping that around there. A little pocket there with the tuck spot at the front. And just a little pocket arrangement made out of book paper with a tuck spot there in the side, and there's one here behind there and one right at the back as well. And that's the end of the book. Thank you for looking.